All right, guys. So now we'd like to describe kind of how the deep half position works, how the leg lever works specifically. The reason I call it a deep half like the leg lever is because it's kind of a leg and you use it as a lever. And I also want to draw a line between some of the other things, but whatever, call it whatever you want. It's deep half guard. It's just figuring out, when you actually need to have a terminology difference. Anyway, so what I'm trying to do with deep half is recognize that you're trying to get underneath me. Why? So that you can affect my base and affect my balance and my gluedness to the floor. And you're using my leg at extension as a lever to swing me around. If you push my shoulder, it has an effect. If I stick my arm out and I tense, if I relax my arm and you push it, like shove my arm down, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't do nothing. But now I'm gonna tense. I'm like, oh, that thing will move me quite a bit. Your job is to use their lever, the longest lever in their body, their leg, as a means of moving and affecting them for whatever your ends are, whatever your purpose is. And what you're going to find is, you guys may have experienced this, the more relaxed and noodly the other person is, harder it is to move. Why? Because they dissipate force. They're like Aikido-y and kind of ninja-like. The more like people are, like that can be disconcerting if you're not quite sure how to deal with it. But there's no question about what their intention are, and there's no question about how to move them. So what we need to be able to do is not only move people that are giving us some tension, but be able to create tension and torque and lock people's leg out and use that whether they want that to occur or not. So here's kind of what I mean. So if Adam tenses his leg for me, and we're going to get into the kind of the nitty gritty of all this. So if I'm up and we're in deep half and Adam tenses his leg, when I move, super easy. Be noodly now. I'm like, whoa, this is like yikes. And I'll push his leg around, but it doesn't do anything to him. So then we go like, well, how do we make this thing happen, man? Against people that are good athletes, and that's all back to the whole thing. Plenty of people are super strong as shit, but they're actually not that athletic. Like they're like, rah. Yoel Romero is like athletic. I remember it reminds me of a friend of mine when I was at Team Load Irvin way back in the day, a guy named Irvin Brandon, who was like actually like wrestling an actual cat. Strong, fast, but relaxed like water. And that's what it looks like to me when I see Yoel Romero. You're like, holy moly, this person's unbelievably powerful and unbelievably fluid. And that's kind of what we're shooting for. So I got to go like, well, how the heck? Because I remember I overhead swept Irvin one time, and I was like, oh, thank God, finally. And he literally landed on both feet like nothing. And I was like, well, that happened. We need to be able to stop that from happening to the extent that we can. So locking out, being able to create tension, almost like my leg is in traction. So you're going to latch here. You're going to create pressure here to create a fulcrum. You're going to use this as a lever, but I want you to get the idea that, like, can you grab my foot and pull it? Like he's trying to pull my hip joint out of it, like the head of my femur out of the hip socket. This is what we're shooting for. This is what you're going to be looking for, and this is what's going to make this position effective. So I'm going to take my hand. I'm on my side, as we described. On my back, I can't really effectively do this. And also, Adam's sitting on me, and this sucks, and all of my weapons all my corners are exposed, and also all of the soft parts of me are hittable. Can you just elbow me in the gut real quick? Hard. Ow. Do it now. It's awkward. Do it now.
I can't.
Right. So, again, it's little simple stuff, but simply not laying on your back makes you a harder target. Just random thoughts. So I know this isn't entirely about fighting, but that does matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hook of Adam's heel back here, and I'm going to put my shin, like my instep and my shin on there, and I'm going to cover it with my second foot. How do you feel now?
Not good.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to rip his leg out of his socket. Bend your leg, would you?
I can't.
Like, What if I do it the other way? Like, whatever, man. We good. What if I do it Jake McKenzie way? This is the lanky Jake McKenzie. This is the way I like to do it. This is Jake's way. And again, don't quote me on that. Watch Jake's stuff. He does a lot better than I do. But the basic idea is, here we are. What do you feel?
I feel like you're pulling the edge of my foot, and I also feel very pinned through my hip.
What if I take my shoulder out your taint?
I can move.
Yeah, exactly. Move with it. I'm like, uh-oh, well, that sucks. I have to have 2 points. It's like 2 points on a line segment. Not to get too mathy for this. I'm not that good at math. But anyway, I can anchor here. I used to be a much bigger believer in that. So like, you can do that. You don't have to. What I need to do is be able to pull this backwards when I go that way. So we'll get to that later. But this is what I'm looking for. Fuck, if you want to get annoying, and again, it's easy when Adam's just sitting here, but I do this in training sometimes. Can you pull your leg out?
No.
I mean, if I get to start there, this is back to the whole lot of the jiu-jitsu stuff. Yo, man, like regular Japanese jiu-jitsu, Hapkido works really good if you let people grab you. And once you let them grab you, get out super hard, right? The question is, can I do that at pace when Adam doesn't want me to? And the answer is maybe. But I can definitely do this. So I'm on my side and I'm extending. How do you feel?
Not great.
Right. Now, I can also create the same torque with one leg. Inside pressure here, outside pressure there. Close your eyes, feel for leverage. None. Close your eyes, feel for leverage. My knee's dropping, my hook is going up. No leverage. This is me curling. This is me expanding. So I don't necessarily have to use two legs to do it, although a lot of times it helps in the beginning. But as you get more experienced and as you get more skillful, you become able to do more with less. And that's what's really cool, because that's when I'm like, well, shit, I'd rather use this leg to wave at you guys, and I'd rather use this hand to draw a freaking Sharpie marker and, draw a mustache on his face. So the idea is this torque and this extension is what's going to allow me to move him. Now, second thing, your neck and posture. Do not curl. Head up, back straight. If I'm settled in, if you're really settled on top of me here, this is not how you want to do DPAF. It doesn't matter. It kind of works. When the other guy's really good, it doesn't. I'll be honest, in my opinion, it doesn't work very well. Also, because I'm able to lift this thing, I can make space for me to rock it back. We're going to get into a little bit of that later on, but that's the basic body posture. Head up, back straight. Hand. You can grip the hip. You don't have to. If you want to give yourself some security, don't grab the thigh. Grab the hip bone. I don't really have big hips. Some people have wide childbearing hips. And my buddy Ton, if you shoot on him, it's like he'll like hip check you in the face. I almost got knocked out the other day. It really sucked. But his hips are like a freaking cinder block. I have small, feminine, narrow hips. But basically, what are you going to do? So anyway, what we're looking for, though, is purchase. If you grab bone, bone sticks. You grab thigh slides, particularly when people get a little bit sweaty. So if you feel the urge to grab, I would hook their actual physical hip. But what we're looking for is, again, making sure that you're expanding your body and creating points of contact. Your shoulder, the 50-50 or your gym logo is going to be up underneath their thigh, up underneath their butt. It's keeping them up. That's your fulcrum. And then you're able to create subsequent, like a mini fulcrum here and there. And you can get leverage in a number of different ways, but it's going to allow you to be able to keep my leg out here, swing me around. And this is going to allow you to kind of create the movement within the position to be the catalyst for what you need to be doing here.